Hi, I'm Karen Kovac, and I'm here with another edition of Government to the People, Laurel Connections. We're here today at the groundbreaking for the Laurel Mall, and be prepared to be amazed. We will be bringing you all the comments we have, as well as some special groundbreaking moments, so stay tuned. Thanks.
Welcome and thank you for coming this morning. It's truly a new day for the Laurel Mall and really the greater Laurel community. It's something that my company is very excited about. My name is Brian Gibbons. I'm the chairman and CEO of Greenberg Gibbons, and I'm here with my partners today, Berwin Greenberg and Tom Fitzpatrick from Greenberg Gibbons, David Brown from Samara Capital, Ron Pastore from AEW Capital. And on behalf of our entire Greenberg Gibbons team and our partners, we want to have a special welcome for Craig Moe, the mayor of Laurel. For Sharon Baker, Prince George's County Executive. Donna Crary, President of the Laurel City Council. We're also joined today by Rich Hall from the Maryland Department of Planning as a representative of Governor O'Malley. I also like to introduce the balance of the City Council who is all here today. Councilman Mike Les, Councilman Ed Ricks, Councilman Fred Smalls, Councilwoman Valerie Nicholas, also Prince George's County Councilwoman Mary Lehman. A special thanks to Senator Mikulski, who sent Michelle Schultz here as a representative of the senator. So thank you for coming. Also, who's just in the middle of the crowd here, former Baltimore County Executive and close friend, Jim Smith. And Bill Goddard who was sent over by Ken Ullman from Howard County. So Bill, thank you for joining us today. If there are any elected officials that I missed that are here, I'm sorry. I think blame Bob DiPietro. It's taken a while to get to this place, and I got to particularly say that our partners from Samara and AEW have really worked hard to get to this day, and it's been quite a struggle. I think that they've owned the mall since 2007. We partnered with them last year and really have gotten us to the point we can start demolition and develop this tremendous new town center. Now, who is going to make this happen? In addition to our partners that are up here today, I want to take us a minute to introduce our project team. And I'm very confident in this project team, and I think we have the best project team in the state of Maryland. And if you need any indication of whether that's true or not, I invite you to go to our Hunt Valley Town Center project, our Annapolis Town Center project, our Village of Watt Chapel, or Watt Chapel Town Center project, which give us all great pride. So first is Tom Fitzpatrick, again, is the president of our company. Tom, if you don't mind standing. You got to stay standing up. Sorry. Kim Potember, who is the head of development and construction for Greenberg Gibbons. Kim, where are you? You got to come out of here, Kim. You got to make yourself be known. Gustavo Orongo, one of our project directors who will be working on this project. Now, no one else has to come all the way up here, but I would like our project team to stand up. Austin Groves, another development director and tenant coordinator. We have, that is our development team. We have an incredible leasing team at Greenberg Gibbons, and that's why these projects have all been so successful. The merchandising, the way that we mix the tenants to make sure that all tenants feed off of each other. And I've always said that I really feel strongly we have the best leasing team in the state of Maryland. You got to stand up still, also. Okay, Dana Goldblum. David. Mel Fonzie. Clark Lieber. And Mark Gibbons. The pressure is on these guys to deliver the best tennis for the city of Laurel. They'll come through and do it. A few more people I want to specifically point out. Our long-term friend Brian O'Mara could not make it today. I know that he has sent representatives from Greenhorn and O'Mara. And Matt Kelly, who is the engineer who has done all the work on these major projects, is here today. So I asked Matt to stand up. Also, Chuck Parker and Drew O'Manick are here from Martin Architectural. If you look at all these pretty pictures that you see, I always call Chuck a genius. Sometimes he gets offended by that, but I'm not going to qualify it at all, Chuck. The man's a genius. He really has an incredible vision. He has been an important component to our company being able to do the projects that we do. And so I'm glad to have, again, Chuck on our team today. General contractor is Bobby Ginsberg from Chesapeake Contracting Group. Come on out, Bobby, if you will. You got to make yourself known. Our bank today is M&T Bank. Again, a very important lender for us, and Adele and Matt Lind are here today representing M&T Bank. Folks that are standing up here are the team that are going to produce Town Center at Laurel. So thank you guys. We have a great team put together. This is the team that's going to do it. This is the team that's going to execute the plan. I'm glad to be on the team. Thank you, everybody. I hope everybody's had a chance to see the proposed site plan and the renderings that we have outside. And let me just give you a brief overview of our vision for this project. We're going to demolish the entire mall with the exception of the rear parking deck, which is going to have to be fully redeveloped. We're going to redevelop this into an open-air, mixed-use town center, 400,000 square feet of retail and 435 residential units. It's going to have the beautiful architecture, gathering areas, piazzas, fountains, you name it, it's going to have it. And it's really, what we're going to try to do here is create the true community focal point for the city of Laurel. So places where people can go, not just shop, not just eat, live, but also to be a community gathering place. What we do with these projects, as Erwin has always said, these projects are not real estate, they're operating businesses. They have a life of their own. And so we're going to try to create that, to have this life right down the heart of the street in the new town center at Laurel. Concerts on Friday night, and community events on a weekly basis, certainly weather permitting. So that's kind of our vision. I'm happy after the program to answer any question anybody has about our vision. But really what we're going to do is we're going to turn what currently is blight into excitement. And that's our vision. The economic impact here, we're making a $130 million investment. We're creating more than 1,500 new jobs. But again, we don't do this alone. A project of this size requires vision and it requires support. And I'm pleased to have the support of Mayor Moe and the council for this project, as well as the county executive and the state support, because it takes everybody to really make this happen at the highest level. So please welcome Craig Moe.
First, let me apologize. I'm sitting up here. I don't know if I'm nervous, but I'm sweating to death up here. I don't know if it's 10 or what. So I'm going to be wiping quite a bit. You'll have to bear with me. I want to take just a moment and introduce just a couple of our former elected officials that are here. Joe Robinson, former mayor, is with us today. Former Mayor Robert DePietro is with us as well. Former council member Tim Abel is in the back. And former council member Gail Snyder as well. I think I've out, everybody. Let me welcome you to Laurel and thank you all for being here this morning. I'm very happy to be joined by our county executive and our county council member, Mary Lehman. I want to personally thank both of you all for the strong support and your assistance in getting us here today. You can applaud. Many of us remember the opening of the Laurel Mall, and many of us has also witnessed its slow decline in recent years and the recent closing. All of us, especially those who live in the city of Laurel, knew this area as a property with unlimited potential. It has everything: a great location, increasing workforce at nearby Fort Meade and NSA. It has government support at all levels, and a community with a strong desire to have retail amenities in our neighborhoods. In conjunction with the city's revitalization effort already underway, I have looked forward to this day for a very long time. I'm very happy to be part of this announcement today. The redevelopment of Laurel Mall from a declining mall into a vibrant mixed-use town center will definitely have many positive effects on our city, Prince George's County as a whole, and the surrounding Laurel area. By revitalizing this property, it signals a major rebirth of Laurel's city center and will help jumpstart several related projects that will make the city center and the Route 1 a stronger corridor for business and local destination points. We have had many discussions regarding this project over the years. In fact, I think I was about 14 when we started discussing this. This has been a project with many challenges throughout. Many in our community have not given up hope for this property. Members of the City Council have refused to give up, and for that I thank them for their hard work and their support. We have made it here by being strong and firm in our desire to prove a better Laurel for our residents and our business. To Samara Capital Management and to AEW Capital Management, our gratitude for you for staying with us in the development in Laurel and not giving up hope. While others and communities around us walked away from their project, you stayed with it. Thank you very much for your continued support and investment in Laurel. Many, many hours have been spent on this long overdue project, but it's all worth it today in today's announcement and groundbreaking. Mr. Brian Gibbons, Chairman of the Board and CEO of Greenberg Gibbons, you're a person with a vision and a determination to get the job done, and done right. When you told me you were going to do something, you did it. Working with you and your team the past several months has been wonderful because you understand what the community wants and it deserves. Mr. Brian Gibbons and his team are true professionals and stand out among the very best. On behalf of the Mayor and City Council and the staff, we want to tell you that you have our continued support to make this project a reality. I have just a couple presentations. I do want to remind you to shop Laurel. We also had our logo put on our shirts, reminded by the city of Laurel, Maryland, and it's called Laurel's Smart Move. This was done by one of our local business people here. I see Debbie in the back, First Impressions, thank you. Brian, if you come on up, we'll make a presentation. Can I take the suit off? Yes, you may. But we have a little bag here. We've got some hats and some logos of the city of Laurel, and we want to remind again, we're promoting Shop Laurel, especially when you're done. Thank you very much. Marty, why don't you come on up real quick? Marty does all of our emergency preparedness. I'm going to ask Marty to come up. One of the things that we have done the past several months, the property was allowed to be used for training for our law enforcement and our fire service. We had roughly 11 agencies, and they practiced and drilled for over 500 hours. And I'd like Representative AEW and Samara, if they come forward, and we'd like to give you a little presentation. We also have one for Mr. Gibbons. If he'd come forward, we want to thank all of them again for allowing us to train and better ourselves. And last, Brian, I'm sorry, I'm going to make you sweat even more than I am. Come back up here. We want to congratulate all of y'all. We want to let this project get started. And with that, I want to present you with the demolition permit.
We did make one mistake by not having a fan in here circulating. So we'll fix that next time. Bruce Baker, Prince George's County Executive.
You know, my wife is one of my best teachers, and she's been working on me for 26 years now. And one of the things that she's tried to make sure I understand is that when you're in somebody else's house, you let them go first. And so with that, can I have your lovely council member, Mary Links, come up here and address us?
I think he probably needs to get a drink of water or something. Hi, good morning, everyone. What an exciting day for all of Laurel, and I say all of Laurel, the whole Laurel area, not just Prince George's County, because I don't know if you're aware, Mr. County Executive, but Laurel is actually in 4 counties, and I personally, as a resident, lifelong resident of Prince George's, I'm looking forward to not only folks from our great county dining and shopping here. I cannot wait till customers from Howard and Anne Arundel and Montgomery and beyond welcome to the new Laurel shopping. Also, I want to point out one thing that I think a lot of people forget. I think this project is important for a lot of reasons. As Brian Gibbons said, it's not only going to be important to the Laurel area economy, but also to its identity. It's going to create a sense of place, because Laurel is the entry from the north into Prince George's County. So it's not only an important local project, it's really a gateway project if you think about it. And so it's special for that reason. Just a few other thoughts. School starts in Prince George's County next week. A lot of kids are returning to school, including my own. And for years and years and years, at this time in August of every year, I have to do my kids' back to school shopping in surrounding counties. I do, it's true. I hate to admit it, but I take my discretionary income to Howard and Anne Arundel and elsewhere, because there just aren't a lot of places to shop here. And so I so much look forward to this time next year, being able to do the back to school shopping here, to buy the clothes and the shoes and the school supplies. And Mayor Mo, I'll take a few of those reusable bags. 2, 3, 4, I can't wait to fill them up. People know me as the reusable bag proponent in Upper Marlboro. I guess the final thought is that most of the permits for this project, nearly all of them, will come from the city of Laurel, as witnessed by Mayor Mo turning over the demolition permit. But Mr. Baker and I are here to assure you that when it comes time to the permitting for stormwater, that will happen quickly and efficiently. Right, Rashawn? Yes, definitely. And finally, I do want to congratulate the city. Mayor Mo, you have stuck with this project for a long, long time. I don't know if it's true you were 14 when, however old you were when this, the redevelopment was thought of. But congratulations to you. This is such an exciting day for the city and for the county. And thank you, everyone.
See, wasn't that worth it? Isn't she great? Can we give her another round of applause? You are so blessed up here in Laurel to have not only a great mayor and great council, but also a county council member who, as she said, if Brian, I can assure you, if she said, Mary said that we need to make sure it gets through quickly and smoothly, it will happen. Or else there will be a price to pay for it. But we are excited. I want to congratulate Laurel. I want to congratulate the mayor for sticking with it. This is the gateway into Prince George's County from the north. One of the things this administration has tried to say, and we've been saying to the state and everybody else, is that This is the economic, Prince George's County is the economic engine of the state of Maryland and the Washington region. Well, you can't do that unless you have gateways that show people what you're doing. What you're about to do today in starting this project is to realize that dream for Prince George's County, that we are the gateway, that we are the shopping magnet for those folks. So we do want people to come in here, to visit, to eat, to spend lots of money, for the revenues, but we're so proud. Brian, to you and to your team, we're grateful. We know this is going to be a great project. You have our commitment. One of the final things I want to say is, you know, I could not make it to Las Vegas this year for the shopping event. I had to take actually my son was graduating from college, so I had to go to his graduation. But our CAO, Brad Seaman, went. And, you know, Brad's a businessman, so, you know, he's not an elected official like me. So he's very, you know, nothing impresses Brad much. He's a bottom line guy. But he got a chance to meet and talk about this project. And he came back and he said something to me which was unusual for Brad, and that is, he said, you know what, we really need to get out front. It shouldn't just be the developers or business people who are doing these projects. We need to go as a county to show them we're committed at the very beginning. And this was the project that he was talking about. And so you have our commitment that we're going to work with you to make sure we can do everything we can to make this the best project possible. With that, thank you, and we look forward to bringing this.
Name tag sweated off. Dominic Prairie, President of the City Council.
Thank you for lowering the mic. I always tell the county exec that when he comes to Laurel that he must be living right that day.
That's very true.
I've listened to the comments about this project and the people involved, and it just makes sense that the moon and the stars have aligned for this project to come to fruition today. We're here in Laurel, and we have a can-do attitude. And this affects people that come to our city and stay a while. The city staff, Samara, AEW, Greenberg Gibbons, and everyone else involved in this project. I've heard your comments, Mr. Gibbons, today, and that's how we run things in this city, from the mayor down through the staff, the department heads, and the people. If we do it wrong, you hear about it. We're a team, just like the council is a team here. And as Mr. Gibbons said, and I will say now too, I'd like the council and the mayor to raise for acknowledgement again for all the hard work on this project. When they come together at the council meetings, it's the developers, it's the citizens, it's the city staff and their recommendations in this council. And we sit and we try to blend everything together. Everybody doesn't get everything that they want, but it's a blend and it's a compromise, and that's how a city should work. And I think Laurel stands out as an example in this area. Even Bob DiPietro, who was mayor a decade ago, 2 decades? Many years ago. He's still working for the quality and what we provide our citizens. So I welcome you all here today because you're in Laurel and you're living right.
Donnie, you took my notes there. If I can, I'd like to introduce Secretary Rich Hall from the Maryland Department of Planning.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And this is smart growth, sustainable growth. I'm with the Maryland Department of Planning, as Mr. Gibbons just said, and in many ways we're a 30,000-foot agency. We're looking at growth issues statewide, and a lot of times it can be a little bit of a challenge for us to talk about what that really means on the ground. So I love projects like this because they give us an opportunity to be a smart growth touch tank, if you will, to show people exactly what smart growth means on the ground. We have plenty of underused retail establishments like this one right here, and we don't have enough projects like this one that's using that land. It's already been built. The forest land, the agricultural land has already been paved over, so that's not going to affect the environment. So let's make the best use of that. The citizens of Laurel and all of Laurel, not just the city, but the whole region, deserve more retail opportunities, as the county councilman pointed out. And that's why we're very excited about this project. The governor is very excited about this project. So our hats go off to the whole development team, the mayor, Mayor Moe. And I think one of the things he mentioned to me a while back when working on this thing called Plan Maryland, trying to get our team together, you saw the development team come up and all their individual roles in making a difficult project like this work. And my hope is that these kinds of projects become more of the norm and not the exception. Because I can imagine how very, very hard it is to pull this off, and obviously there's still a lot of work to do. But back to Mayor Moe's comment a couple of years ago at Maryland Municipal League Conference or something like that, we're talking about this plan at state level, and I was trying to explain this ethereal, amorphous plan, basically a game plan at state level for smart growth, and he stepped back and he said, like only a mayor probably could, that's an interoperability plan for smart growth at state level. Exactly right, Mayor. So I try to plagiarize wherever it's helpful. And County Executive Baker, I know this falls into your vision for smart growth, redeveloping your existing developed areas, concentrating growth. This project will not further impact the Patuxent River, the bay, what have you, because it's already built. We're making the best use of what's there already. Again, I also want to congratulate the County Council, the City Council, and all the other folks that are involved in this project. And I know everyone's warm, and never give a state planner the microphone when it's warm and wants to move on. But speaking of planners, I do want to point out Carl Brendel. He's hiding there in the back. He's a great member of the Sustainable Growth Commission. As a governor created commission at the state level. He provides a lot of good input. He works very hard in his off hours on that, and we've learned a lot from some of the things you're seeing benefit here, like the BRAC zone that we have and the overlay zones. The city's been working on very hard to help make things like this come together. And last, I see Walt Towson out there, and I think this is important, certainly for the city of Laurel, Prince George's County. But I think with someone like Walt here, you see, the chamber, the corridor chamber. It's important at a broader scale as well, and that's where I tend to operate also at 30,000 foot level. But once in a while, you're up there at 30,000 feet. You have to land the plane and see what the real projects are on the ground. So let me get on and read this proclamation from the governor. He is excited about this project, and obviously he sends his regards. And just to wake people up out there and to get a little audience participation, I will copy one of the things my boss does. So when I raise my hand, everyone says "whereas," and I'll read the parts in here. So you have to help me get through this so we can get out of this program. So, whereas the City of Laurel is beginning a major phase of its revitalization program that follows the principles of smart growth and sustainability. Whereas the town center at Laurel represents an excellent example of the transformation of obsolete properties in state-designated areas to accomplish the reuse of land into mixed-use centers that adds the vitality of Maryland's existing communities. And whereas the city's revitalization overlay program represents a significant step in sustainable growth practices that has the effect of improved stormwater management facilities, infrastructure improvements, concentrating growth into existing areas, and reducing the need for development to sprawl. And whereas the city is a strong partner with the state of Maryland in various sustainable efforts, including the BRAC zone, sustainability smart sites, and facilitating transit-oriented development around the city's marked rail stations. And whereas the town center at Laurel represents a significant investment by Greenberg Gibbons, a prominent Maryland-based development firm, as well as their partners at Samara Capital Management, AEW Capital Management, and M&T Bank. And whereas the project further identifies the city of Laurel's placed as one of Maryland's foremost sustainable communities that embrace smart growth principles in their development efforts, and Mayor Craig A. Moe, the City and the City Council of Laurel are hereby congratulated in their efforts with Greenberg Gibbons to further the state's principles of redevelopment, smart growth, and sustainability. And signed by the Governor of Philadelphia.
Thank you, Secretary Hall. We have one more speaker, but I do, Secretary Hall said a lot of great stuff there, but he said one thing that was wrong that I have to correct. He said that we're not going to have an impact on the Patuxent River and the Chesapeake Bay. And the fact is we are. We're going to make it a much less impact than it exists today. So, that's one of the great things about doing a project like this. You can improve, with all the new stuff all the new technology, you can improve the existing situation from every environmental aspect possible. And that's what we incorporate into these town center projects. Lastly, I'd like to introduce, we actually have attended here, Robert Crane, who is the Senior Vice President of Regal Entertainment. Regal has committed to do a 12-screen state-of-the-art stadium theater as one of our anchors for this project. And Robert's here today to address us. Thank you, Robert.
Thanks, everybody, for having me come. I'm very privileged to be here. I did make one mistake. After seeing how easy it was to get that permit, I should have brought my building permit out. So note to self, next time I'll bring that with me. Regal Entertainment Group is a Knoxville, Tennessee-based company. It was formed in 1989. Today it has 540 facilities throughout the United States. We operate more than 6,000 screens. We've been very bullish on the Mid-Atlantic region for a number of years. We operate the Gallery Place Theater in downtown D.C. It's a fantastic theater. Potomac Yard, we operate there. We have theaters in Bethesda, Manassas, Fairfax, coming up Rockville, and up into Germantown. We have Hunt Valley. We're building a new theater in Crofton at the Watchapel development with Greenberg Gibbons. And now we're very pleased to be able to build a theater here. When we looked at the Laurel market, we build 8 or 10 theaters a year, and throughout the country. We're opening one in Bellingham, Washington this year, and of course we build in all up and down the Atlantic seaboard and the Pacific seaboard. But when we have to narrow down to 8 or 10 projects a year, we look at everything, the demographics, the population density, the road infrastructure, how the people travel in the community, where the other theaters are. And when we looked at Laurel, it had everything that we were looking for. It has a great demographic, a very dense population, so that we'll have customers. The road network system is fantastic. It's just, it had all the ingredients that we look for in site selection, and we were thrilled when Mr. Gibbons gave us an opportunity to build our theater here. What we're going to build here, as Brian indicated, it's a 12-screen. It's state-of-the-art. It's going to have about 2,400 seats. The auditoriums are going to be just fantastic. There hasn't been a new theater built in this market in more than 10 years. And a lot has changed in the last 10 years, both in terms of technology and design. We have a very progressive design team. And today, the auditoriums aren't as deep as they used to be. They're wider, and then the screens are wall-to-wall. You might remember some of the older theater designs where the exit doors were down next to the screen and took up part of that, and made it a smaller screen. Well, today we moved the exit doors back about midway into the auditorium, so our screen is now wall-to-wall, and it's not as deep as it used to be. So it's more of a square auditorium, and the stadium risers are 21-inch. From one row of seats to the next, so you never have your visibility block. It's just a very immersive experience. And then the technology is going to be all digital projection, all digital surround sound systems. It's just going to have the state-of-the-art, best in class. The seats are going to be luxurious, comfortable seats that when you sit through a 2-hour movie, when you're finished, you're not going to be sore at all. And that's my favorite part of our new movies is our fantastic, comfortable seats. So again, I'm glad to be here. I'm very privileged to be part of this community, and the Greenberg Gibbons team has really earned a reputation of building first-class projects, and we did it at Hunt Valley, we did it, we're doing it at Watt Chapel with us. Very, very great professional team to work with. We work with developers throughout the country, and there's none better than the Greenberg Gibbons team. And finally, I want to thank the local government, the mayor, and the city council. Very progressive. You know, certainly, if you guys want to move to Knoxville, we'd love to have you on as part of our government down there. It's a very, very impressive community here, and very impressive, progressive government. So thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you.
We're going to get a quick commercial. If you want to see the theater that you're going to have here in 2 years, they open September 14th at our Watt Chapel Town Center, Crofton, with Resident Evil. So that's the midnight show, I guess, is Resident Evil. That sounds very, very exciting to me. I know that everybody would probably like to stay inside this tent a little bit longer, but we're going to go ahead and move out and do the ceremony.
You can see and promised it was a huge ending. They brought the sign down off of the top of the sign here at the Laurel Mall. Now demolition can be, and we are looking forward to that. We will make sure to bring you more information from Carl, the mayor, anyone else involved, so we can keep you up to date on what's happening. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll bring you another edition shortly. Thank you.